The words detonated across the dining room like a gunshot. Crystal glasses rattled. Someone gasped. I felt the sound before I understood it. My chest caving inward, my pulse jumping into my throat. I looked up just as his fist slammed into the table. Veins bulged, eyes wild. Rage aged him 10 years in a breath. "What are you talking about?" I asked, and I meant it. My voice sounded wrong to my own ears, too steady, too calm for the blood rushing through my head. That's when the lawyer stood. Leather folder, crisp suit, no emotion. 5 years of bank transfer records slid across polished wood like a blade. My parents didn't blink. My sister did once, hard. Their faces drained, then flushed, red like a cot match. And I understood. Something was very, very wrong. We weren't supposed to be here, not like this. Family dinners were rituals, polite smiles, controlled laughter, silence thick with unsaid things. Money had a way of shaping behavior in this house. It bent spines, sharpened smiles, turned affection into performance. I was always the extra piece, the afterthought, the one who didn't ask for anything and therefore wasn't owed anything. They taught me that early. My parents loved appearances more than truth. My sister loved winning more than fairness. And my grandfather, he loved control. Or so I thought. That night was meant to be a celebration, another acquisition, another victory lap. I was invited because exclusion would have looked bad. I remember my mother's hand gripping her wine glass too tightly, my sister scrolling her phone under the table, smirking at nothing, my father nodding along to conversations he wasn't listening to, and me watching, always watching. The lawyer cleared his throat. "The account receiving the transfers is registered under your granddaughter's name." All eyes turned to me. I felt the heat of it, the judgment, the suspicion sliding into place like it had always been waiting. I laughed once, short, sharp. I've never received a dime from him. The silence that followed was hostile. My sister tilted her head, a practiced gesture, curious, innocent, dangerous. "You're saying the bank is wrong?" she asked. No, she was saying I was lying. Something inside me went still. The chaos retreated. My mind sharpened because I finally saw the pattern. 5 years, 60 payments a year, enough to build a quiet empire, enough to ruin someone if the truth surfaced wrong. I didn't panic. That surprised them. Instead, I asked for the records. My father's jaw tightened. My mother whispered my name like a warning. The lawyer hesitated. My grandfather nodded once, permission granted. I scanned the pages, rowing numbers, account IDs, dates precise as clockwork. And there it was, a subtle discrepancy, 1 digit off, a letter transposed, not my account, a mirror of it. Someone had built a shadow. I looked up slowly, met my sister's eyes. She looked away first. That was the moment, the exact second my grief turned into strategy. I didn't confront them then. That's not how you win wars. I apologized softly, convincingly, let them believe confusion had shaken me. I left early, claimed exhaustion. They watched me go, like hunters who thought their prey limped. They never noticed when prey stopped bleeding. I didn't sleep that night. I traced numbers, patterns, opened old files, emails, tax returns, shell companies buried under layers of legitimacy. My sister had always been clever, just not patient. She'd rerouted the money years ago, used my name as a shield, my silence as cover. My parents knew. Of course they did. They always knew. They justified it as redistribution, as compensation, as family. They never asked if I consented. I hired my own lawyer, quiet, precise. I hired a forensic accountant who spoke in whispers and delivered in facts. Every transfer, every lie, every signature forged in confidence. I waited because timing is everything. The confrontation came 2 weeks later. Another dinner, same table, same wine, different air. I let them talk, let them posture, let my sister bask in borrowed confidence. Then I stood. I found the account, I said, calm, surgical. My mother inhaled sharply. It's not mine. My father scoffed, weak, transparent. My sister didn't move.
I slid a single document forward, then another, then another. The room tightened. The lawyer read. His expression changed. That was satisfying. My sister laughed, too loud. "This is absurd." "Is it?" I asked. I turned to my grandfather. "I never took your money," I said, "but someone did." The truth landed heavy. My sister stood now, defensive, desperate. "You're twisting this." "No," I said. I untwisted it. Rage seeped through. My parents started talking at once. Excuses, blame, family. The lawyer raised a hand. Silence. He spoke carefully about fraud, about identity theft, about consequences. My sister's face went pale. For the first time, she looked at me like I was dangerous. She was right. Justice isn't loud. It's methodical. Accounts were frozen, authorities notified, statements recorded. My parents tried to bargain. My sister tried to cry. None of it mattered. The fallout was swift, brutal. Reputations shattered, trust evaporated. Doors closed quietly, but permanently. I wasn't vindictive. I was thorough. My grandfather apologized to me privately, his voice smaller than I remembered. I accepted it, not because he deserved forgiveness, but because I deserve peace. I walked away from the family with nothing but my name restored, and that was everything. Now when I think about that night, I don't remember the shouting. I remember the silence after, the stillness of truth when it finally stands upright. Betrayal doesn't destroy you unless you let it. Sometimes it hands you the blueprint, and if you're patient enough, you don't just survive the trap, you reverse it and walk out clean.